Hello everyone, this is Sandra at the Whispering Well. So I thought I would show you my small collection of vintage / antique boxes. I think all of them I have got from different sellers on eBay. There are people on there that kind of specialise in vintage or antique things, and I like sort of anything kind of old, you know. So I'll show you the first one. So this is the first one. This one I love because of, look at the carving on the top of it. It's so cool, isn't it? All this really nice carving around. It just feels nice just running your hands over the carving. I mean, obviously it's not perfect, there are chips and things to it because it's quite old. This is this side. You see, it's not perfect, but I don't mind things being like that, especially when they're old and you just wonder about the person who used it before you, or people that had this before you and what they used it for. And the inside is like that. So that's like, oops, that will be where I was cleaning it. Yeah, so reasonable size, and you know, it's quite sturdy. I love wooden things anyway. You just wonder if things like this like hold energies, you know, of things and people. You just never know, do you? So that is that one, which I do really like. I just, as soon as I saw it, the carvings on the top was what drew me in. I didn't even look to see what size the box was or what I could put in it. It was just like, oh, I really like that. So that's the first one. The second one, now this one is a little bit of a strange one. So it looks like this. It's like books, isn't it? Like a line of books, and a book on top and a book on the bottom. And you think, oh, lid doesn't open. So how the hell do you get into it? Oh well, there's a little trick. You see, you slide the bottom. So I'll just do that again. You slide the bottom and one of the books drops out, and there's a little keyhole. And then you have this little tiny key that you can fit in the lock, and then you can open the box. And that's what that one looks like inside. And this one's in pretty good condition actually. I'm not sure if they said, this one's pretty old, even though it doesn't kind of look it. I'm not sure if they said it was Victorian or something. Maybe not quite as old as that, but it is pretty old. I like the fact that it's like a secret lock on it, you know, because unless you knew, I mean, even the seller had to explain and put instructions in of how to open the box. Because at first I was like trying to pull it like that, thinking, oh, it's not opening, because you have to slide it back and then you get the thing come up. But so to lock it again, you've got to shut the lid, put your little key in, lock the box, slide that up, slide that forward, and that is the box locked again. And that's just the top. It's just got some like people kind of dancing or all that on there on the top. And yeah, it's quite a cool little box, I think. So, you know, anything like that, I kind of can't resist it. I've never ever been into an antique shop though. I know it probably sounds weird, but I never have. And I know some things are very expensive. I mean, these didn't cost me too much. They weren't like dead cheap, but they didn't cost me loads. So that's that box. I have to be careful not to lose this little tiny key. I keep it in a little pot to make sure that I don't lose it. Then I got this, and it's kind of a box, I suppose, but not. It's like open there, so I guess you could put pens in it, or small pieces of card or something. I mean, I got it because again I loved the pattern on it, and it's patterned like that on the sides, and I thought, well, I could put a small deck of cards in there. So that's why I got it. One, because I love the pattern of it, and also because I thought it could be useful to put cards in, like I said, not a thick deck, obviously, a thin deck or small cards or something. But that one is quite nice. That's the base of it is just like that, but everything else has been like varnished on the inside. You can't really see the inside, but yeah. And this one, I think I got this quite cheap actually on eBay, but yeah, sometimes you can find some nice things. Obviously you have to be careful if you were specifically looking for something that was antique, because obviously people might tell you it's antique and it's not. But with me, I'm not particularly bothered about it being antique. If it's vintage, that's like good enough for me. But they listed most of these as like vintage / antique, so yeah, so there's that one. And my last one is really big, and when I say really big, it's not even so much its size, it's the weight of it. Oh god, there we go. So this one is shaped like a book, as you can see. I mean, just look at this, the metalwork on it. And it is really heavy. It really is heavy without anything in it. And it's got all these metal like studs that have put this kind of leathery type cover on it, which has got like what looks like Spanish dancers on it. And you can see it's really thick wood that's been used. It's a bit of a beast, this one. And there's some gold been used as well through there. But it really is a weight. And yes, you could stand it up like a book if you wanted to, but it depends what you're going to put in it, or you could have it flat. And when you open this one up, you can see how thick that piece of wood is. That alone weighs a bit. And it opens like that, and that's the inside. And I alternate sometimes with what I keep in these boxes. This did have herbs in it, but I've now got a jar or several jars for different herbs, so this hasn't got anything in it at the moment, but I could probably fit a couple of decks in there. But you can see, look, the weight of the lid even tips the box up. But yeah, this was a cool one. I couldn't believe it when it came, and the weight of it, I was thinking, oh my god, because I thought it was actually going to be a bit smaller than this, because I'm rubbish with like working out measurements and things, and people put measurements, I'm a bit rubbish with that. And when I felt the weight of the parcel, I was like, oh my god. I mean, I know they had charged quite a bit on postage and said it was heavy, but you know, it was just really was much bigger and heavier than I expected it to be. Because at first I was thinking I could maybe use it as like a travel altar, but it's not actually deep enough and big enough inside, plus it's just too heavy. I mean, the weight of it without stuff in it alone, I just wouldn't be able to use it for that purpose. But I still really like it though. It is really cool. So yeah, so that guys is all of my boxes, and you know, it's only 4. It's not like a huge amount, but I just thought you might be interested in seeing those. It's something different to look at, but yeah. And like I say, this one is really tiny, so you couldn't fit a deck in that. You could in this one, but you could maybe, you know, you could use this for like jewellery or any kind of bits and pieces. Or as Simon would say at the Hermit's Cave, trinklements could go in here. So yeah, anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed seeing these vintage boxes, and I'm sure I'll talk to you all soon. Bye.